The biggest lie? Our body will always adapt. That's a very dangerous statement to make, and it's grossly untrue. Our body never adapts, it evolves. Evolution is a process that takes eons. As we evolved over the centuries, a natural diet evolved with us. Long ago, it was referred to as our traditional diet. As our lifestyle evolved, so did our diet. But the changes were small increments over many centuries. Our traditional diet went unchallenged for generations until 40 years ago, when some people foolishly decided they could do better than nature. The traditional diet was made up of about 60% protein and 40% natural carbohydrates and fats. When these experts replaced this ancient diet, they did so by flipping the traditional diet upside down to achieve a completely new look, and then they added 60% of manufactured processed foods that were called new carbohydrates and 40% of natural proteins and carbohydrates. This new unnatural diet became the food pyramid. It gave our internal body a shock it has yet to recover from. In the process, most of us became addicted to processed carbohydrates. How? The unnatural manufactured foods were designed with a built-in addiction. Here we had a refined, well-functioning internal eating system that had kept us slim and healthy for centuries without any interruption. And then we go and try to change it. Common sense should have told us this wasn't a very smart thing to do. But it was the 70s. We'd become a lot smarter than nature, we thought. It was a time when everybody had a theory about something and claimed to be an expert on everything. The 70s were the age of experiments and human intervention. It happened in all areas of nature and was considered a good thing. Nature could be improved, and it could also be proved wrong, we thought. People could do better, we said. It was only a matter of time until somebody would focus on our natural foods and start to improve them. We saw these tired old foods as boring and outdated, all the things that everyone disapproved of in the 70s. It was time to modernize our daily foods. There happened to be a group of people who aspired to become authorities on what they had decided was the right foods to eat. They decided the best way to get a completely different, new modern diet was to reverse the old one. They called themselves diet experts, and their modern new diet became known as the food pyramid. The food industry, having waited in the background for an opportunity to finally launch their manufactured processed foods, saw an opportunity to take part in the pyramid by adding the foundation, the biggest part that filled up 60% of the pyramid, with manufactured processed foods. This made the food industry a 60% owner of our first ever diet, the food pyramid. This also made our first modern diet not only a reversal of our natural foods, but it required we eat 60% of processed, unnatural foods every day. Over a period of more than 40 years, nobody ever intervened to find out how our body might feel about this radical change. Of course, these days we have plenty of evidence. We have an obesity epidemic. Type 2 diabetes has gone from never being heard of to something close to an epidemic. Hospitals are flooded with demands for colonoscopies. Pharmacies are stocked to the rafters with preparations to alleviate digestive and intestinal problems. We've lost touch with our own internal body to the extent that we now need experts to tell us what to eat, something we once did intuitively. There has never been a time when we've had so much advice about diets and food as we have today. Yet we've never looked or felt worse. According to statistics, weight problems will affect 80% of the population by 2020. That's now. So to combat this crisis, the experts offer more of the same. This is so much more awful for the fact that it did not have to happen. We need a reality check while we still have a chance to do something about it.